Hello everyone, good morning to all. I Professor Pawar P from Sri Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj College of Engineering, Nepti, Ahmednagar. Welcome to online lecture series for first year engineering, the subject of programming and problem solving. Now we will discuss the unit number 4, that is string in Python. So string is nothing but a sequence of characters. String is an important type of Python. It is possible to create string simply by enclosing character in quotes. Here character could be a letter, digit, white spaces or any other symbols, also alphabets. Python treat string as a contiguous series of character. Contiguous series means sequentially we can add the number of character into the one string, delimited and enclosed by single, double or triple quotes. While when we have to create or declare any kind of string, then we can use the single quote, double quote or triple quote. Python has built-in string class str. We can declare and define a string by creating a variable of string type. For example, we will declare a string, for example, name is equals to in double quote Priyanka. This is the syntax for declaring the string. Str function is used to convert values of any other type into the string type. Here we have to give one example, that is first example, name is equals to in double quote India, country is equals to name. Second, division is equals to str in bracket double quote fe d division. Means what, we have to provide some examples here. Now next point is a string indexing and string traversing. String indexing is nothing but we have to provide some memory location for storing that particular string. It is called as a indexing. Indexing can be specify the whatever alphabet or whatever character is stored in which location, it will be indicated by using index. So indexing, individual character in a string are accessed using the subscript size of operator. This size operator is indicate the indexing, or it will be pointed to the particular memory location for that character. The expression in bracket called index specify the character who want to access from given set of character in a string. Index of first character is 0 and index of last character is n-1. Always string is stored at the point of 0th location, or when we have to store the string, the starting point of storing that particular string character is 0 index. Every symbol in string having its own index. Second, traversing, accessing each character from string. Traversing is nothing but we have to access the character from a string. A string can be traversed by accessing character from one index to another index. When we have to access a character, then we can use the index position of that particular character. By using index position, we can access easily that character into the string. Here we have to provide one example of index accessing individual character of a string. Name is equals to, we have to pass one string here in double quote fe dash division dash g, and initially I is equals to 3. So we have to provide some indexing here, negative indexing, name, positive indexing. There are 3 rows, so where string are fe dash division dash g. So first, the starting character should be start with 0th location, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So here whenever we have to use the underscore, then dash, then white spaces, then blank spaces, it will be calculated as a index number. Here negative index starting with the ending of that particular character. So here f should be stored in 0th location, e stored in 1 location, dash also has provided the index number, d stored in 3 number, I stored in 4 number, v stored in 5, I 6, s stored in 7, I 8, 0 9, n 10, minus 11 and g stored be 12. So here print name, when we have to call the print function, then it will be print a complete string. Suppose we have to print in bracket name, so the output show like this, all the string is display on a screen. Next, print name, we have to provide one index. It will print E. Whatever position of 1 is stored, which character, it will be displayed on a screen. After that, print name of I, it will print D. Initially I is equals to 3, then whatever the character is stored on 3th location, the character should be displayed on a screen as a output. After that, print name I into 2 minus 2, it will print I. Initially I is equals to 3, 3 into 2 6, 6 minus 2 4. So basically in 4th location I character is stored, that's why the result is I. Example of string traversing. Now how to string is accessing from that particular string locations, it will be called as a traversing function. Name is equals to, here we have to pass one string, that is FE division G learning Python. Index is equals to 0. Initially index start with the 0. For loop is used for iterating that particular string. Print name index size index providing is equals to I, index is equals to index plus 1. So output should like this, name of 0 is equals to F. So next topic is string operations. Here there are 4 types of string operations are present. First one is concatenating string, second one is appending string, third one is multiplying string, and fourth one is slice string. So there are some symbols are allocated for that particular operations. So first operation is concatenating string, can be indicated by using plus operator. Appending string can be indicated by using plus is equals to operator. Third operator can be indicated by using star operator. A slicing operator can be used by using opening and closing square bracket. In that square bracket we can assign a colon. So the first operation is concatenating string. In that concatenating string, we can concatenate the string, means what, we have to join that particular string. For example, Python allow to join to string using plus operator. Example is that program to concatenate to string using plus operator. So here we have to give 2 strings. String 1 is equals to first year, string 2 is equals to division dash G. So string 3 is equals to str plus str1 plus str2. So result should be like this, print in bracket str3. So output should like this, first year division G. That means we have to concatenate 2 string, that is string 1 plus string 2. So output should like this, first year division G. So concatenating string means what, we have to join together 2 string or 2 or more string. Second string is appending string. So append means to add something at the end, means what, we have to attach some another string to first string. You can add one string at the end of another string using plus is equals to operator. Example here, program to append a string using plus is equals to operator. So here str1 is equals to welcome, str2 is equals to hello. So we have to append the str2 to the str1. So str1 plus is equals to str2. So str1 plus is equals to division G. So print str1. Here so output is welcome hello division G. So here, so first string is a welcome, second string is a hello. We have to attach second string to the first string by using plus is equals to operator. So str1 plus is equals to str2. Now the output is welcome hello. Now we have to attach the next string division G to str1. So here str1 plus is equals to division G and print the str1. So output should like this, welcome hello division G. So next operator is multiplying string. Multiplying string means what, when we have to present the number of string, then we can use the star operator, that is called as a multiplying string. So you can use the star operator to repeat a string n number of times. When we have to repeat or write down one string again and again in our program execution, then we can use the multiplying operator by using star operator or asterisk operator, we can multiply the number of times. So here example, program to repeat a string using star operator. This star operator is also called as a asterisk operator. In C programming, that operator is called as a pointer operator, but in Python we can use that operator for multiplying a string, means repeating a string. So here str1 is equals to, in bracket we have to declare a one string, that is fe division dash g. So here print in bracket str1 star 3, means what, we have to print that str1 3 times. That's why we can give the number of 3. So output should like this: fe division dash g, fe division dash g, and fe division dash g. Means when we have to provide any kind of number for multiplying that string, then we can pass that number in print function. So here we can pass in print function str1 into 3. So output like this: 3 times the fe division dash g string is printed. So next, slice operation on string. Slice operation means what, we have to divide that particular string into the number of parts, or we can divide that string into sub string. It is called as a slice operation. A substring of a string is called a slice. The slice operation is used to refer to subpart of a string or a sequence. Means what, when we have to divide the given string into the sub number of string, then it is called as a slice operation. We can take subset subpart of a original string by using start index colon end index operator. Okay. These opening and closing square bracket is called as a slice operator, known as a slicing operator. Omitting start index opening square bracket colon 5 by default takes start index of the string. When we have to we does not pass starting index, then by default it calculated by 0's position. Omitting end index to colon, by default take end index of the string. Python uses negative number to access the character at the end of the string. Negative index number count start from -1 from end of the string. When we have to assign the indexing number to the string, then we can assign negative number from end of the string, and when we have to assign a positive number to the particular string, then we can start that number or index from 0th. So here the example of slice operation on a string. Here we have to give one example on slice operations. So we can take one string, that is fe dash division g. So here we can assign that string into the index format. So positive index should be starting from 0th location and negative index starting from end of the string location. So here -1 should be end of the character, that is g, and starting of the index is 0th, which is located to the starting of character. So here first print name. When we have to pass that particular string into the print function, then it will print complete string. Second, start from 1 and goes up to 4, that is less than 5, exclude end index. When we have to use the slice operator, and in that slice operator we can provide some starting index and ending index. At that time, less than that ending index, we have to print some characters. So here the starting index is 1, so e is located in 1 position. So output should be like this: e dash di, that is I is stored on 4th location, because we can take less than 5. So 4th location I is stored, that's why I have to print I in output. Now next, start from 0 and goes up to 6, that is less than 7, exclude end index. Here we can pass print in name opening square bracket, starting index is not given, only end index is given. When we have to not pass starting index, then we can give the index starting from by 0th location, by default 0th location. So output should like this: fe dash di vi. Third, start from 3 and goes up to end. So here in print function we have to pass starting index, that is 3, and here ending index is not present, so output should like this. The starting index is 3, so D is a present on third location, so DIVISION-G. Here we cannot provide ending index, so we can consider whole the string. After that, start from 0th and goes up to end of the string. When we have to not pass starting index as well as ending index, that means we have to print the complete string as output. Next, start from -10 and goes up to -3, that is to excluded end index. We can consider the starting index as -10 and my ending index as -2. So on -10 location D is a present, so output should like this, DIVISION. Next topic is ORD and char function. Or ORD function is nothing but ordinary function, or char function is nothing but character function. So the ORD function return the ASCII code of the character. By using ORD function we can convert the some digits to the alphabets, and by character function return character represented by ASCII code, means what, we have to pass some character to the digit numbers. So here the examples are present. So first example, char ch is equals to, in single inverted comma we have to pass some alphabet, that is A. So by using ORD function we convert that A into the digit value, that is A should be allocated with 65, so output should like this, 65. Similarly in exam 2 we can call the ORD function. So here print ORD in bracket capital A, so output should be like this, A should be assigned to the 65 value, so output will be 65. In example 3 we can pass some alphabets and convert into the character, which is character is assigned to that particular digit, it will be present the output. So here n is equals to 98, so for 98 which alphabet or which character is stored in ASCII code, it will be decided, it will display the output. So here in print function we can call the CHR function and pass the value for that n. So output should be this, for n value, n character 98 value is assigned, and 98 values represented by the B character. So example 4, print character in bracket 98, so for 98 digit or 98 value B character is assigned, so output should be B. Next concept is a string formatting operator. By using formatting operator we can construct string, replace part of the string with the data stored in variables. So the format operator will be indicated by using %. The % operator take a format string on left in bracket %d %s and the corresponding value in tuple on the right, means what kind of data is accessed, it indicated by using the data type. In particular data type we can assign some format specifier operator, that is when we have to use the integer value, then we can give the format specifier or string formatting operator is %d. When we have to use the string characters, then we can use the formatting operator as a %s. So here for %s it will be used for string in bracket or any object with a string representation like number. When we have to access a string type of data from user side, then we can use this string formatting operator. %c is used for a single character, %d or %i for accessing the integer value from user side, %u is used for unsigned decimal integer. Unsigned decimal integer means positive numbers, they does not have any kind of sign, that's why they called as a unsigned decimal integer. Next one, %f floating point numbers. % in triangular bracket number of digit, f floating point number with a fixed amount of digit to the right of the dot. When we have access some floating points, floating point number are specifying by using point numbers. So when we have to access the floating point number, then we can use this format specifier. %o for accessing the octal integer from user, and %x for integer in hexa representation. So multiple value added in a parenthesis and separated by a comma means what? When we have to access the number of or multiple value from user side, then we can use the number of formatting operator, but only give the comma in that particular operator. So here syntax of example of string formatting operator. So syntax: in triangular bracket, format %value. Format consists of a sequence of character and conversion specification. Conversion specification start with a % operator and can appear anywhere within a string. So example: name is equals to ABCD, roll number is equals to 35. Here ABCD is a string, that's why we can declare that string into double quote. So in print function we can pass some name is %s. We can access the ABCD string from user or assign that particular string into the name variable. That's why this is type of a string, so we have to use the format operator is %s, and roll number is in the form of integer value, so we have to use the %d. In bracket, name comma roll number. The output should like this: name is %s replaced can be ABCD, and roll number is %d replaced by 35. Format method and opening and curly placeholder. The format function used within string is very powerful function used for formatting string. Format string have curly braces. When we have to assign any kind of format string, then we can use the curly braces as placeholder which get replaced. Whenever value which will replace in our input or output, then we can use a curly braces. We can use positional argument or keyword argument to specifying the order of fields which have to be replaced. So here example: A is equals to welcome and B is equals to Python. Now we have to use that particular strings into the print function. So here in print function we just pass some curly braces for a variable and second curly braces for B variable. So here curly braces or opening braces to learning, opening and closing curly braces dot format in bracket, we have to pass that particular variable. That variable can be replaced by that curly braces. So output should like this: that particular print function is welcome. First curly braces is replaced with a variable, and in a variable we can store welcome. So welcome should be there, welcome to learning, and second curly braces can be replaced by B variable. In that B variable we can store a Python. So output should like this: first print function is welcome to learning Python. In next print function we can place B in placeholder for learning, and second opening and curly brace should be A dot format. Now we have to change the B's value and A's value. Now B is equals to easy and A is equals to language. So in second print function B replace B by using easy and A replace B language. So output should like this: welcome to learning Python, easy for learning language. Means what? By using format method and placeholder method we can replace that particular spaces by using variable and curly braces. Next point is the string are immutable. Immutable means there is no any kind of change in occur while the declaring that particular string. Whenever we have to declare any kind of string, after that we cannot change in that particular string. So string are immutables means string once created then cannot be changed. Whenever you try to change existing string, variable or new string is created. When we want to change the change in declaring string, there is not possible because string is immutable. Immutable means there is no any kind of changes occur in particular string. Every object in Python is stored in memory. You can find whether two variables referring to the same object or not by using id function. The id returns the memory address of that object. When we have to assign some id function to the particular string, it will be refers as a address of that particular object. If two variable pointing to same memory location, then they pointing to same object. Next concept is in and not in operator. So here in and not in are the membership operator. By using that operator, we can check whether the member is particular member is present in that particular string or not. Either the member is present in that particular string, then result is print, otherwise the result is false. So here in and not in operator can be used with string to determine whether a string is present in another string. So in return true if string is found, otherwise return false. Not in returns false if string is found, otherwise returns true. Here we take one example, that is example 1. Using in operator, string 1 is equals to fe division dash g learning Python. So second string is division dash g. So we have to check a condition whenever that particular string is present in that another string or not. So here in if condition we check str2 in str1. By using in operator, we have to check either str2 string is present in str1 or not. So if the condition is true, then print available. If the condition is false, then else part be executed. So here str2 is a division dash g and str1 is a fe division dash g learning Python. Means what? str2 string is present in str1, so output should available because the str2 is present in str1. By using in operator, we have to check that. Second example, using not in operator. So here str1 is equals to fe division dash g learning Python. str2 is equals to division dash g. So here we have to check condition again by using if else statement, that is if str2 not in str1. If the condition is true, then print available. If condition is false, then else part should be executed, that is not available. So here we have to use a not in operator. Not in operator, but str2 is a division g which is already present in str1, but we have to use a not in operator, so output is a not available. If we have to use here in operator, then output should like this available, but we use the not in operator, so output is not available. So next part is a comparing string. So here when we have to compare number of string to each other, then we can use that particular concept. So Python allow comparing string with relational comparison operator. It uses ASCII code for comparison. So relational operators are nothing but some conditional operator. By using that operator, we have to compare the two or more string. So here the table shows operator description and example and output. So first operator is equal to. If two strings are equal written, then the output should true, otherwise false. Here str1 is equals to fe, capital Fe, and str2 is equals to small fe. So there are two strings are not equal, so output should false. Second, not equal to or less than or greater than. If two strings are not equal written, then true. Here str1 is capital Fe and str2 is a small fe, so output should true because these two strings are not equal. Less than or greater than. Less than, if first string is greater than second string, returns true. If the value of string 1 is greater than as compared to string 2, then it should be false. Less than, if second string is greater than first string, then return true. If the value of second string is greater as compared to string 1, then the output is true. Less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. Here greater than or equal to, if first string greater than or equal to second, then true, or if not, then false. Here less than or equal to, if second string greater than or equal to first, then true. Here string 1 is less than or equal to string 2, so output is
Example of string
model different string methods or functions. So here we have to declare one string, that is name is fedivision -d learning Python. So str1 is a string. In print function we have to give some functions which are related to our module, means that these functions are included in our method or in our module. So in print function str1 dot upper, second print function str1 dot lowest, str1 dot split, str1 dot replace in Python programming, str1 dot count in bracket n, str1 dot find division. See here we have to provide the number of functions which are included into the modules. So the first function is indicated by using upper function. We can convert our capital string into the smaller string. Next, by using lower function we have to convert our given string into the lower case, that is small a to small z. By using split function we can divide our string into the number of substrings. By using replace function we have to replace one string into the another string. Just we have to provide which string is replaced by another string, we have to mention that string. By using count function we can count the how many numbers of elements or how many numbers of characters are present in that particular string. By using find function we can find the given substring is present in that particular string or not. So these are the some functions we have to converted or we have to implemented on a string, that is uppercase, lowercase, split function, replace function, count function and find function. So here the output of the given string or given functions is, first is upper, the given string is converted into the uppercase. Second, lower function is indicated the given string into the lowercase. Next, the split function is to divide the string into the number of substrings. By using replace function we have to replace the Python word to the learning Python string is converted into the programming. Next, count function is used to how many characters are present in that particular string. It will be indicated by using count functions. And find function is used to find whether the given substring is present in that particular string or converting string functions. So here in table there are number of converting string functions are present. So first one is a capitalize function, second lower function, third upper function, fourth title function and space case function, swap case function, then replace function. So first capitalize function. By using capitalize functions we have to convert only first character should be capitalized and other character should be in lowercase. So second function, lower function, is used to convert all characters to the lower case, that is small case. Then upper function is used for all characters converted to uppercase. So there is a difference between capitalized functions and uppercase function is, by using capitalized function we can only convert first character in capitalize, and by using upper function we can convert whole string into the uppercase, that is capitalized uppercase. Then title function. By title function first character capitalize in each word. By using title function we have to just first character which is present in our string, it should be capitalized. Swap case. By using swap case lowercase letter are converted to uppercase and uppercase letters are converted to lowercase. By using replace function we have to replace old string by using new string. Replace old string with new string. So here we have to take one example, that is str is equals to input. By using input function we have to access the input string from user side. So that's why we can use the input function. By using input function we have to print one message, that is enter any string. Next, in print function string capitalize, here we have to call the capitalize function by using str dot capitalize. In second function lowercase, that is str dot lowercase. Third function, uppercase, that is str dot upper function. String title case, str dot title. Next, string swap case, str dot swap case function. Next, to replace function, string replace case, str dot replace, in bracket first string is Python and second one is Python programming. So we have to replace Python by using Python programming string. So the formatting string functions are here. So first is center function. We have to pass one argument for center function is width. Return a string center in a field of given width. By using these functions we can put a string in a given center. Second, ljust, in bracket we have to pass one parameter, that is width. Return a string left justified in a field of given width. Third, rjust, by using rjust function return a string right justified in a field of given width. Format, in bracket we have to pass one argument, that is item. Format a string. By using these functions we can format the given string. Here we have to take one example, that is a is equals to input, enter any string. In print function we have to perform some above operation, that is center alignment. By using center alignment we have to center the particular given string. A dot center, and in bracket we have to pass width of that particular string, that is 20. In second function, left alignment, a dot ljust, we pass 20. In third function we have to provide right alignment, a dot rjust, we have to pass 20 value. So here output should like this: enter any string, the string is welcome. Center alignment, the welcome string is present at the center of the page. Left alignment, the welcome string should be passed to the left side. Right alignment, the string should be present at the right side of